Hey BioTeam. So this video is just going to do a deep dive on membranes. So here we have an example of a membrane, and its basic job is to just let some molecules through and keep other molecules out. So its structure is a phospholipid fence with various protein channels and gates embedded within it that act kind of like bouncers. And we'll watch that happen here. So they let some molecules through, but they keep other molecules out. Now, the reason that's so important is that we need certain molecules to interact and react with each other in order to survive. For instance, in order to break down our food, we need enzymes and substrates to actually come into contact with each other. And we call this idea the collision theory of reactions, that molecules literally have to bump into each other in order to react. Now, the problem we face is that our bodies are relatively big, and left to their own devices, the molecules that we need to react can completely miss each other. So this is where membranes come in. Membranes have the ability to trap certain molecules together into the same place, making collisions possible. So for instance, inside of a cell, the lysosome has a membrane around it, which is able to trap both enzymes and substrates. So you can see right now our enzymes and our substrates are out floating free in the cytoplasm, and they're very unlikely to hit each other just by chance. But if we'll watch the lysosome at work, you'll notice that whenever one of these enzymes or substrates comes into contact with the lysosome membrane lets it in and keeps it in. And so soon enough, the membrane around the lysosome is trapped in a very high concentration of enzymes and substrates. And so it's very easy for them to bump into each other and react. So what makes for a good membrane are two different factors. A good membrane will need a lot of surface area in order to capture and release certain molecules at a relatively fast rate. So we can see all of this surface area around the cell over here. But membranes also need a small volume in order to keep the molecules that it catches cramped together so that they're more likely to collide and react. And so this is part of the reason why cells are so small. The smaller a cell is, the higher surface area to volume ratio it has. A high surface area, but relatively low volume. And that's it. At this point, you guys have some practice. We'll see you next class.